Alright, hey guys, hole 8 we're setting up for here. There's going to be quite a few different ways to play this one. Now, there's a couple things that I'm thinking about. I'm probably going to go Kingmaker, but if I want to go just a little bit more rings, for instance, with a Titan, it can actually help me curl it. But I think I'll be okay with the wind angle. But, another thing to do is you could take down to a Titan ball, and it could actually help you curl because this is a side wind, and this is going to be a curl shot off the tee. But what we're going to try to do, there's a couple different ways to do this one for sure. There's going to be 4 or 5 different ways that you could see this played. The way that I'm going to go is I'm going to go, I consider this to be kind of the safest approach. And what I'm going to use plus 10%. Because it is going to kind of launch just a little bit. So we're going to go plus 10% and use our max number. Here you can see an Apocalypse shot. Now there's quite a few different ways you can play the Apocalypse. You can do it, looks like my opponent's going to do more of a precision shot. You can also do kind of a max shot. One of the things that you have to worry about is that out of bounds is very close behind the hole. So you don't have a lot of room to overhit this. So for instance, you have a POC 6, you have a POC 7, for instance. You might really put yourself in a tough situation. So let's take a look here. Here it says 10.8. We're going to do a curl shot, and of course you can see with the Thor's hammer, we're going to have quite a bit of top spin, which is going to make this shot just a little bit easier. Now, keep in mind that I'm kind of offsetting my wind angle just to kind of pull extra back towards the tee box a little bit. So you can see that my wind's just a little bit tilted. I'm going to play this ring adjustment here. And you can see with what I'm doing with my curl. Perfect ball. Let's just see how this comes in. So far, so good. Oh, so just barely cleared the bunker. I needed to get just a little bit past that. An extra yard would have been perfect. So a little bit of bad break there. I would have been up there by the fringe at least, maybe into the green. And now we're going to have to work for it just a little bit more. But you can see, that shot overall is going to be a very easy one to execute, and definitely, something that I would recommend for you guys. It looks like here my opponent even was able to, knock this one in. I am playing a replay, so that means that him and his opponent both were able to make this eagle, so it is going to be a clutch eagle for you guys. And I think actually in these guides I've gotten both of them so far, so I would essentially put myself on pace for 15 under with this round, so you can assume to see some relatively low scores in this tournament. Now I'm close to quarter club here, so I am going to play this right about 3 rings. That's how much you're going to see me go. And if you want to see visually what that looks like here, perfect ball. And sure enough, there you can see, 2 eagles there. That's going to be a very good method, especially, the more that you can kind of hone in on how to do it. But for guys who might not have Thor's Hammer 6, I'll probably wind up giving you guys an alternate shot. You might want to pay attention to what my opponent did. If you had an earlier Thor, you could probably more or less replicate that and just kind of, try to tweak it alongside that bunker with lesser clubs and be able to get that up there. I was going to just go ahead and forfeit this, and it looks like I don't know. I don't even know what the wind was. You know, I had all those extra thoughts that I wanted to make sure wound up in this video. Let's take a look at what this looks like. A couple different ways that I can go about this. I'm going to go ahead and just do this with the sniper here. And you can see with what I'm doing, I haven't really showed you guys a wood shot yet. But, you know, this is more or less kind of what I'm thinking. Somewhere in the neighborhood of about 13, 14 rings here. I'm just going to let the wind effect kind of take the ball over towards the hole. So you can see my ball guide was offset. But hopefully, just hit the rough. So I needed one more ring. If that clears, it just basically runs out towards the hole, especially if you keep that ball guide long. I haven't had that shot too often yet, so you know, I was just trying to wing it there. But you can see, you know, one more yard was all I needed there for a really good shot. So good luck with that hole, guys, and I'll catch you guys on 9 to complete this thing.